Chapter 1. When I was a baby, when I could not do anything, my parents and my elder brother took care of me. My brother is 5 years older than me. I didn't sleep with my mom. I slept in a baby cot in my parents' bedroom. My brother slept in his own room. My mom breastfed me for 2 years. Chapter 2. When I cry, they calm me down. When I was afraid of something, they comfort me. My dad often carried me around in the morning sun. When I got older, they spoon-fed me. I play with my brother. I was naughty, but he never got angry with me. Instead, he was very patient with me. Chapter 3. I started my kindergarten when I was 5 years old. I did my kindergarten for 2 years. 1 year in a kindy A and 1 year in a kindy B. My kindergarten was near my home. I walked to my kindy with my mom or my brother. Sometimes I went with my dad on his motorcycle. Chapter 4. In the classroom, my teacher read us stories. We sang happy songs. We colored pictures and we played with duff and colorful paper. In the playground, we played sliding, we ran around, and we also played hide and seek. Chapter 5. I started my primary school when I was 7 years old and finished when I was 12. I also walked to school because my school was only 200 meters from my home. I went to school with my brother or with my friends. Sometimes my dad took me to school on his motorcycles. Sometimes I walked to school by myself. Chapter 6. I learned many new things in primary school. I learned to write and to read in grade 1 and grade 2. My favorite teacher was Mistress Annie. She was very smart. She taught us traditional dance and songs. She also taught us to plant trees and take care of the garden. One day, she took us to the local library to borrow books. Chapter 7. I have many sweet memories in my primary school. My friends and I often helped Mr. John, the janitor, because he had so much work to do. We felt happy when we could help him. My physical education teacher, Mr. Lee, often took us to walk around the hills and along the river near our school. We took a rest under the trees when we were tired. Chapter 8. I learned to ride on a bicycle in the schoolyard in the afternoon after school. And then I could ride in the small streets in the neighborhood with my friends. My friends and I often spent hours chatting in the small green yard near the office. The boys climbed the big trees. We also swam in the river. It was still very clean at that time. It is very dirty now. Chapter 9. Now, here I am in this junior high school. Last year I was in grade 7 and now I am in grade 8. This school is 2 kilometers from my home. I learned many new things in grade 7. It was my first time to go to school on my bike. I met boys and girls from different parts of this town. I was very happy when I first wore my uniform. Chapter 10. Last year was my first time to learn English. I learned to greet other people in English, to introduce myself in English, and to ask and answer questions in English. We also learned to describe our family, our friends, and our school in English. I sang my first English song. I also read my first English story. Chapter 11. We have no helper, so my mom, my dad, my brother, and I do the chores ourselves. We tidy up the bed. We wash and iron our clothes. We also dust the furniture. We sweep and mop the floor every day. I often go to the shop to buy sugar, soap, oil, salt, rice, vegetables, fruits, and so on. Chapter 12. In the past, only my mom cooked for us. Now, my brother and I often cook for the family. We fry eggs and make fried rice or noodles. When I lost something, everybody else found it for me. Now, when I lost something, everybody else found it for me. Now, when I lost something, I found it by myself.